Hey everybody, it's Brendon Burchard, founder of Total Product Blueprint and author of the #1 New York Times bestselling book, The Millionaire Messenger. And welcome to your free webinar. I'm so happy you made it. If you're hearing my voice now, good for you. I really honor you for focusing on your continuing education, focusing on getting your message out there, focus on making some money, and also focusing on learning to hone your craft and creating products and programs that can truly serve the world. This webinar is called Blockbusters. We've got, we're hitting our limit here of 1,000 people, so thank you. I'm glad you got in. And this is a one-time only webinar I want to host for you on how do you package your advice, experience, wisdom, and information into lucrative products and programs that people can buy online. This is an exciting time to be in this business. This is an exciting time to be alive, I think, with technology and the advances in the world. And it's an exciting time to serve other people when we have so many people out there who need great advice and information. As so many people are coming on right now, I'll tell you my quick background, and then we're really going to get into the agenda and start moving through teaching you some of my best big ideas and some of my very tactical, tangible ideas to get you going ahead and moving ahead right now. So who am I? What's my story? I'll share with you briefly a little bit about myself. I'm your host of the webinar tonight. Again, my name is Brendon Burchard. I'm author of The Millionaire Messenger. My story, in brief, is I started out really broke. I never had much in my life but just a message. You know, I grew up in a pretty small town, beat up economically anyway, town in Butte, Montana. And you can see the picture of my home where I grew up on the bottom left. That's me outside when I went back for college. And I really didn't have a lot when I started in this industry. And when I say in this industry, I just mean this industry of experts. I really call it the expert industry, but other people call it the guru industry or the advice and how-to industry. It's just where we package our knowledge and our information into products and programs that serve other people to inspire them or instruct them on how to improve their lives. And obviously, we make an impact with that and we make an income doing that. So when I started out, I didn't have anything. There's a picture of me down in the middle of what I started with, a laptop and a phone. And that's a picture of me in my apartment with my then girlfriend, now wife, Denise, where I was literally working out of her bedroom on a fold-out three-legged table. I didn't have anything. No one ever taught me how to create products and programs. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have any technology background. I never... You know, I didn't have an MBA or I never had any marketing courses in college. I was a communication grad. I learned about communication, but I didn't have much going for me except a tragic accident. You know, I was in an accident that taught me that at the end of our lives, we're all going to ask the same basic questions. You and I and everybody are going to wonder, did I live fully? We're going to wonder, did I love? And we're going to wonder, did I matter? Did I make a difference? And I learned that from my car accident, and I just wanted to share that message with people. And so I went through college like you're supposed to do. I went to try and get a job, and everyone kept telling me, well, gosh, Brendon, you got this inspiring story. You know, you have this message, this thing about this accident. You should tell people that at the end of their lives they're going to ask those 3 questions. That's good. We should all know that so we can live our lives so we're happy with the answers at the end. And I said, well, how do you do that? They said, well, you put products and programs out there and just share your message. And I said, well, how do you do that? Well, no one seemed to know. Well, I went out and I gathered that knowledge by going to seminar to seminar, from guru to guru, and also by just putting stuff up online and trying, just taking action, just staying committed to my message. I said, no matter what, I will figure out a way to get this message out. And then I saw this infomercial one time by my friend now, but my mentor then, Tony Robbins. And there's a picture of he and I on the bottom right. It's kind of 3 defining points in my life, where I grew up, when I started the business, and when I heard about Tony Robbins. I saw that he was out there sharing his information and knowledge, and not only was his information and knowledge impactful to me, but it was impactful because I thought, well, if he can do it, maybe I can too. Now, obviously, I could never achieve his level of stardom and success. I mean, I think there's only one in the world. But I think each of us has a message that we can share. Each of us can inspire other people to run better businesses or live their lives in better ways or have better relationships or make more impact in the world or make money online or whatever it is that you teach or want to teach. You can monetize that and you can live a meaningful life by giving that. You know, when I started and I finally got committed to this and I really understood how all this works, I made $4.6 million in my first 24 months. I didn't have a staff. I didn't have a big team. I had a laptop and a phone. I built $5 million plus brands in the last 5 years. Shared the stage with Sir Richard Branson, the Dalai Lama. Shared the stage with Tony, been on his stages, he's been on mine. I now spend most of my time teaching other people how to market their message and follow in my footsteps as much as I am still actively doing this, which I think is important. You know, I'm also launching a new course, which I'm sure you've heard about, at totalproductblueprint.com/live. We have had some questions on that. So I'll make sure towards the end of this call I'll answer some of the most frequently asked questions. I'll also throw in a brand new bonus that I have not announced, and it's only for the people who are on this webinar right now. If you hear my voice, stay till the end because I'm going to give you a call to action that will allow you to get an extra $5,000 bonus from me that's only available to the people on this webinar. Anyway, if you have any questions about my course throughout this webinar, you could always go to totalproductblueprint.com/live. That is our registration information and page for Total Product Blueprint. But my goal in this webinar is to teach. You're here, I'm here, let's rock it out, let's get some results for you, and let's get you moving ahead. So what's this all about? This webinar specifically, our agenda that we're going to cover here, are my 8 big ideas to monetizing your message. I'll go over briefly 12 ways that you can make $100,000 or more per year just by packaging what you already know and putting it into the marketplace. I'll teach you my 5 secrets to creating and marketing your programs. I'll tell you how to get started. I'll give you a $10,000 gift for you right away today, and plus that $4,997, $5,000 surprise I told you about. And of course, again, I'll tell you a little bit about my new course, totalproductblueprint.com/live. The one overarching big thing you must know about that course before I start getting in the content here is Total Product Blueprint closes tomorrow at midnight. So if you have not signed up, this is your last opportunity to do it over this entire year. I'm not opening it again to the public. So if you have any ambitions of creating world-class products and programs and you want someone who's actually done it, still does it, and has made millions doing it and done it for the right reasons, then please sign up now. If you have any ambitions to create products and programs in the next 12 months, let me give you the roadmap for doing that with Total Product Blueprint. I'll teach you exactly how I do it, and I'll teach you the one things that you need to do. I call it one thing marketing. I'll teach you how to create it, and then I'll give you the one marketing campaign that you need to actually make it go. I won't confuse you with hundreds or thousands of different marketing tactics. I'll just say, hey, so you've created an ebook. Here's how to market the ebook that we know as an industry as based on all the different ways to market an ebook. This is the one that works. Only do this one. That's why Total Product Blueprint is so valuable, because I've taken all my perspective and all the perspective of the marketplace, and now I'm revealing to you just the one thing you got to do. So you don't have to go sort through it like I did for the last decade. Instead, I can just teach you, here's how to create a world-class program, and here's how to market it. Here's how to do it with almost no investment, with no cool tools or technology. Here's how to do it in a turnkey ways that anybody with any technology or any level of experience in sharing their message can do. Again, that's totalproductblueprint.com/live. Here's the agenda. We're going to begin with the 8 big ideas to marketing your message. I do see we have a bunch of people who just came on, so I'll reference again what the Total Product Blueprint is. You can go to that website so I can get to work. Total Product Blueprint is about you learning the tactical instructions and tools for creating 12 different products and programs online that you can make money with. Ebooks and books is Module 1. So we start by giving you videos every Monday. And then on Friday, we do a live Q&A call, you and me, just like we're doing right now. So Mondays, we release videos. Fridays, we do Q&A calls. If you can't make those days, no worries. It's all up online. All the replays will be posted there. You have access to it for life, so don't sweat it. You go at your own pace. Module 1 is ebooks and books. Module 2 is teleseminars and audio programs. Module 3 is webinars and continuity. Module 4 is speeches, seminars, live events. Module 5, online courses, DVD home study courses. Module 6, coaching and consulting and masterminds. If it sounds like I'm going fast, it is because I want to get into the content for you and really just deliver on this call. So please check out totalproductblueprint.com/live. Once again, we close down tomorrow at midnight for good this year for the public. So I would really love for you to be able to take advantage of that. Join us in there. Already over 600 people have registered and are being our students, and I'm stoked to serve them. They've already posted comments like, this one video that is already posted up there is already worth the entire tuition. So I think you're going to find some remarkable things, plus over $30,000 of bonuses in there. So I'll tell you about that later on. Let's get into it. What's the big 8 ideas for you to get ahead and to start succeeding by creating products and programs and getting it out there? What are the big 8 things that shifted my life and have shifted my customers' lives, and I know will shift your life? If you'll just stick with me. You know, I know you've got lots of stuff going on right now. You probably have phones ringing over there, or your email popping up over here, or this. Just do me a favor. Turn away all the distractions. Turn off all this stuff except this webinar, or you hear my voice. Just take some notes. This can be a changing day in your career and your life. Just let it be. All right? I'm not leading to I'm not doing some fanciful sales here. I already did it. There it is, totalproductblueprint.com/live. From there, let's talk. Let's take some notes. I've been able to make millions of dollars doing this in just the first couple of years, $4.6 million in 2 years doing this. And I've been able to share the stage with the best people in the business, from a Tony to a Wayne to a Deepak to a John Gray to a David Bach. I got some perspective to share, and I think it will serve you. I'm one of the few guys who've done it across multiple niches, from personal growth to business to wealth to spirituality. And I can share that all of that has happened because of these big 8 ideas. I think they'll shift you, and I think they'll be important for you. And then I want to get into the tactical, what are the big 5 things you need to do after that. So let's talk about the big 8 ideas, okay? Big idea number 1 changes in your life when you decide that my voice and experience are more valuable than I ever dreamed. You know, the number 1 reason people don't create their products and programs has to do with worth. They don't think, well, they think, well, who would want to hear from me? So they're never committed enough to the message to create the things that get the message out. See, your products and your programs become your robots out in the marketplace generating your message. They are like your disciples out there. While I'm doing this webinar with you right now, I know hundreds of thousands of people are watching my videos online, or buying my books, or seeing my programs, or listening to my courses in their cars. I can only be at one place at one time by myself physically, but my products allow me to be all around the world. But you will never create it unless you believe in your life that your voice and your experience are valuable. Even if it's simple. You know, I've made my whole career, I began my career by just telling people about an experience I've been through, my accident, and how it taught me about life. Look, you and your life experience are valuable. If I asked you, hey, tell me, what if you had, the ability to communicate 5 things to the world before you die? What would those 5 things be that you would want to communicate to the world? What would your message be to the world? If you could tell the whole world of people, in order to live their life in a better way or have a better world, what would you say to them? What would your 5 things be? Now, some people say, well, who cares, Brendon? Who would want to hear from me? Well, that's your issue. That's not the marketplace's issue, because no time in history have more people been looking for information on how to improve their lives or grow their businesses. This economy has put an entire culture of people looking for direction, and if you can provide that direction in any way, you can serve. And that's why your voice and your experience are valuable. I just did this major national television show, and I was in the green room, and this makeup artist was in there with me and touching my face up, and so you can imagine she had a lot of work to do. And she said, Brendon, I've been hearing about this Millionaire Messenger and the stuff that you do at Total Product Blueprint and Experts Academy. How could I use that in my life? And I said something very simple to her. I said, well, I think your voice and your experience are very important. Has anyone ever asked you how you do what you do? She said, oh, yeah, all the time. People ask me all the time how I, have done this. I said, well, what do they ask you? She said, well, they ask me how I started my career as a makeup artist. They ask me how I get clients. They ask me how the money works. They ask me about the craft, how I do a good job putting the makeup on. They ask me about my tools that I use. They ask me how do I keep clients over and over. They asked me what my lifestyle is like. I said, great. So you're an expert at becoming a makeup artist. And she says, well, I never thought about it that way. I said, well, I'll tell you what if you just put together a DVD of you talking about how to have a makeup artist career, and you charge $97 for it, and you put it up online. Well, what if you sold 100 of those a month? You would have an extra $9,700 a month. Would that make a difference to you? She's like, she almost passed out. And I think, so many people don't think what they do is valuable. But to a 4-year-old who's just starting out, or to a makeup artist who's just starting out, that's impressive, right? To a 4-year-old, the fact that you can tie your shoes is fascinating and amazing and incredibly valuable because they want to figure it out too. See, many of you probably know how to put up an opt-in page, or know how to blog, or know how to set up a Facebook account, or know how to do Twitter, but you don't think any of that's valuable because you just do it. But that is what's most valuable. Your experience, what you have learned to do in life and business, that's what's valuable. And once you decide that it is valuable, now you get committed because you know it's valuable and it can help people. And when you know your information can help people, that is when you finally go, oh, right, okay, well, it's my responsibility to help people. Gosh, maybe what I should do is package my products and programs in a way I can get my message out there in a bigger way. You follow? Your voice and your experience are more valuable than you ever dreamed, and once you believe that, you'll start packaging your information. Second idea, there's millions of dollars in mentoring others, literally. The old idea in the old economy was you would start mentoring people at the end of your career. Right? You'd have all this experience and you'd go through a traditional career, and now you'd mentor people to come up in that company you were in. Well, the new economy, where there are so many millions of people looking out there for your advice and your information, there's millions of dollars to be made by mentoring. I know it sounds weird to say there's millions of dollars in mentoring others, but there is. All I do every day is I wake up and go, okay, I'm mentoring people to live better lives. What would I share with them? What would my message be to them? You get that same opportunity when you just create these products and programs. That's what your life becomes about. One, look, if you're listening to me still, you're a creator. There is something within you that says, I must create. And you feel alive. You feel that sense of flow when you're in the act of creation, just like an artist does. It makes you feel alive. And the great thing about this industry, all we do is we create and we mentor. That's our whole job. That's all I'm doing. It's creating and mentoring all the time. And I'll tell you, not only is it incredibly meaningful to me and my clients, it does generate massive amounts of income too. And I want you to have that because guess what? I want to create an army of mentors out there. I don't care what your topic is. If you're mentoring other people to succeed in it, then you know what? There's value and service in that, and we can teach you to monetize it with products and programs. The third big idea that I really came to understand is this isn't a hobby. This is the new economy. This will change your life when you get this. And gosh, I hope you hear this. Yeah, I'm not a futurist, but if you asked me to predict the future, I would share that there's going to be a very, 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 very big shakeup in the way the world works. And here's why. In the old economy, in the industrial era, the way that we used to earn livings as human beings, especially in the Western abundant cultures, right, we were growing up in the industrial age, was to go get the job at the factory and then, basically trade our labor and our knowledge and our skill to the factory, and the factory would serve the customer. Well, in most models in the world in business class, they would say that's called the middleman model, right, where there's someone between you and the end consumer. That's the middleman model. Well, every revolution that has taken place in our economy in the last 5 decades happened when the middleman was removed. Look at iTunes. Now the artist can go directly to the consumer. What did that do to the music industry? Look at publishing. Now the writer can go direct to the consumer with their book online. What did that do to publishing? See, it changes things radically. These are institutional changes. And here's my prediction for the future. We got all these knowledge workers, and I think that term is now dead because of what I'm about to share with you. You got all these knowledge workers who go to work for companies, and they trade their time, knowledge, skill with the company for a job. And then that company then takes their time, knowledge, and skill and uses it and leverages it to serve the customer. My question is, isn't that the middleman model? why not you, instead of trading for a job, just give directly to the consumer? I know that sounds a little basic, but trust me, it will be revolutionary in our culture. The new economy will be driven by people helping each other directly accomplish their hopes, their dreams, their needs, including people inventing products who won't need Walmart for distribution. Not that those things don't help, not that the middleman can't amplify things, but do you need them anymore? Well, that could be argued. Gosh, I just took a book from zero, from idea, to writing it, to getting it printed, to getting it designed, to getting it out there online, to #1 on the New York Times, to #1 on USA Today in 10 weeks flat. We're in a new economy, ladies and gentlemen. What you can accomplish online has changed. The ability to perpetuate a message has changed. I want to teach you how to monetize it, but I also want to teach you to do it in a meaningful way for you so you can have the lifestyle you deserve, and also in a meaningful way for your customers so that they can succeed. The fourth big idea that changed my life was the only way to share my knowledge widely and actually get paid for it is through products on sale online. That's it. It was a changing day in my life. Here's where I found it. I was surviving and recovering after my car accident when I was in college, and one night I've been sharing my message with people, and they were all inspired about me sharing what I'd learned about facing the end of our lives. And I remember wondering how I'm going to get the message out there and what am I going to do in my life and future. And up on television comes this big guy with big teeth, as passionate about life as I was. And I thought, wow, this guy's speaking my language. His name, Tony Robbins. And there was Tony just sharing this message. And not only was I inspired by him, but I was paying attention not to just what he was saying, but what he was doing. I was like, hey, this guy right there on TV, you see that guy? He's just sharing a message about what he thinks makes a good life. And he's got this thing, these CDs, and people are calling in and they're buying them. Oh, that's a career? That's a business? And that started a decade-long journey to get under the hood of the biggest gurus in the industry and understand how are they sharing their message and monetizing it. How are they living the meaningful life by mentoring others, but how are they monetizing it? And I will share you this. The only way that they've built their empires and shared their message was through products and programs. It was not for them being on stage over and over and over again, because you can only be on one stage at one time. But your products and programs, they are out there generating your message and, yes, generating revenue at the same time all the time. That changed my life. Boy, the number of big idea that also shifted me was that creating products doesn't cost money anymore. You used to have to worry, well, gosh, it's so expensive to go in an audio or video studio. Yeah, that used to cost thousands of dollars. Oh, my gosh, to create an audio program or a DVD program, thousands of dollars of studio time, editing, everything else. Today, if you have a laptop that was created in the last 5 years, you've got the ability to create products. If you have an internet connection, you have the ability to put them up online. It used to cost money to create, websites and all this other fancy stuff. No more. Creating products. Now you can create a product, and the reason it doesn't cost money anymore is because the new economy created this beautiful thing called print on demand. No longer do you have to spend tons of money to print hundreds or thousands of your products and put them in some warehouse and hope that they move. No, your products and programs don't even exist until someone hits enter. And then, boom, it is created and shipped to them. And products don't even have to be physical anymore. Digital. My entire total product blueprint program is all online. All it costs me is probably $60 a month to host it online, and my time, energy, and experience to create all those videos and training. That's invaluable, but at the same time, the product itself doesn't cost tons of money. You follow? You should do this because it doesn't cost you anything to invest in doing it in terms of the actual products because of print on demand and the digital delivery model. Another big idea that changed my life. This one was a game changer. Creating and marketing products online doesn't require fancy technology. Used to be, to create a community messaging forum, you'd have to spend $20,000 with a great web team to do that. Now, you got Facebook for free. Used to be you have to have a PR company paying $3,000 to $7,000 for a PR company every single month. Now, guess what? Gosh, free, called Twitter. It used to be to create a website presence would cost tons of money and take tons of web teams. Now, you have it in 2 clicks of a button with WordPress for free. And everyone who worries about technology, I get this a lot, especially with people who have been interested and committed to signing up for Total Product Blueprint. Well, they've said, well, I don't know, I'm not good at technology. Will this work for me? And I just laugh. I go, good at technology, if anyone says that, what they mean is, gosh, I don't understand technology and how it works today. Here's how all technology works today. You click a drop-down button and select what you want. Then you click another drop-down button, you select what you want. Then this says, fill in your headline here. You type in your headline. Then you press publish, and the website is up. Any 4-year-old can create a sales page today. And now, I couldn't say this 5 years ago, so if that sounds upsetting to you, it's just because you're still 5 years ago. You haven't seen what is available to us today. That's all. So it's not being flippant about it. It just means you haven't seen what is available to you today. You don't know about the new technology and the new economy. Today, it literally is to create a sales page to sell your products and programs. There's a field that says banner, so you upload your logo. Then there's one that says, what do you want the headline to be? And you type that in. Then there's another one that says, how much do you want to charge? And you type in your price point. Another one says, what do you want the add to cart button to look like? Oh, I want it to look like this one. Another one says, well, what page do you want them to go to after they buy your stuff? Well, I want them to go to my thank you page over here. Okay, over there. Great. What email message do you want them to get after they buy your thing? Type it in here. You type it in there. You hit publish, and you are online in business. That's why I love the new economy. Big idea number 7 that changed my life personally was this. Marketing online today isn't marketing. It's just training and inspiring others. This really shifted me, and it will shift you too. Because a lot of people say, well, Brendon, I'm not a good marketer. And you know what? I don't want you to be a marketer. I will teach you marketing, but I don't want you to be a marketer. You are a messenger. You are a trainer. You are an advisor, you are a mentor, you are a giver, you are a creator, you are a server first. It really bothers me when people say, well, you just got to be marketing all the time or just market, you're a marketer. No, you're not a marketer. Look, you were put here to share a message. Marketing is a vehicle for that, right? But your job is just to connect with other people, to train them, to inspire them. Now, I'm not dissing marketing. Obviously, I teach the best courses and the most advanced courses on this program, from $2,000 training on marketing to literally a $10,000 training I have on marketing. I get it, believe me, and I will teach you what to do there. But I also want to assure you that everything I teach in Total Product Blueprint isn't about you being an advanced marketer. It's just about teaching you to train and inspire other people with your products and programs and, yes, your promotions. Because guess what? Today, what makes people buy from you is you adding value to their lives. At the end of this webinar here, as I tell you about Total Product Blueprint and I announce the special $10,000 bonus and the extra $5,000 bonus I have for you, if you decide that today is the day that you're going to finally commit yourself to learning how to create these 12 products and programs, and you decide to enroll, you're going to do it because along the way I've added value to you today or in this last week, so you watch my videos. That's marketing. It doesn't have to be these big crazy sales pitches or use some advanced NLP, super ninja hypnosis nonsense. No, I've never even had any of that training before. All I do all the time is think, how can I give some good ideas to my people to help them advance their life? And from there, yes, I earn a great income, but I also serve them. That's my marketing. Everyone's like, wow, you must have all this amazing marketing. Really? Yes, I guess, if you think of amazing marketing, just giving people good content that can help them. But I'll teach you how to structure that in a way that's more crisp and more focused on who you really are as a trainer than you are as some salesy dude, because the days of being a salesy dude no longer exists. It just won't work anymore. You got to be a value adder. That's what your job is. Okay, last big 8 ideas before we jump into the 12 and then the other 5 things I have to teach you here. 8, this isn't a hobby, it's the new economy. I'm emphasizing that again for a reason. When I say it's not a hobby, I mean you got to work for this. Yes. Oh my God, all the NLPers going, Brendon, don't tell them they have to work. Don't tell your customers and your students they have to work. Just give them to buy your stuff. No, it takes work. Look, I made $4.6 million in 24 months. Did it take a lot of work? Abso-friggin-lutely. Was I passionate and dedicated and committed to mastery? Yes. Was it easy? No. Did I struggle? Yes. Was it worth it? You decide. You're here with me now. You know, I think that this idea that everything has to be easy in the world has created a bunch of easy people who are overweight, lazy, and hurting themselves and our communities by not caring for themselves and not working hard for their mission. I think you got a mission. You got to work hard for it. Now, I know I'm going to alienate people by saying that, but come on. Don't make this a hobby. Make this a focus. Don't choose to dabble in this. Choose to master this. Choose to really go for it. You deserve it. Your message deserves it. And my God, the world deserves it from you. That's why you're here. So I know in sharing all those things, I always get this thing, okay, well, great, Brendon, so how are all these people out there making all this impact and income? How do they spread their message wildly and make all this crazy money? And I'll preface this with this. I'm going to teach you the 12 ways for you to monetize your message, because really there are only 12 lucrative ways to do it. I'm going to show you those 12 ways briefly. I'll show you the math for how you would make $100,000 with each one briefly. And then I'll share with you the 5 best things I've learned along the way in doing over $10 million of sales with this stuff that I think will really serve you in getting your message out there, and hopefully also encourage you to enroll in Total Product Blueprint, because I'd like to take it deeper with you than I can right here. So anytime you'd like to during this webinar, you see the website down there at the bottom here, totalproductblueprint.com/live. The big warning again is I'm closing this course until next year. I'm closing this course until next year, tomorrow at midnight. So you basically got today and tomorrow, but for those who have joined me here, I know we got a lot of people listening to me. I honor you for being online, so I want to serve you by giving you an extra bonus towards the end here that I think will really blow your mind, and I'll ask for you to kind of keep to yourself because it's webinar folk only. So what are the 12 ways you can actually make an impact and an income with your stuff? I'll teach you the basic models here, and then I'll teach you my 5 best things I've learned in building this and really sort of leading the industry in it and for the last 3 years. So number 1, how do you do it? eBooks, instructor guides, right? By writing down what you know, people can buy it from you while you're not there. Makes sense, right? And what most people have never really thought about is how to do that. Well, I'm someone who's only going to share with you things that not only have I learned, but I've researched in the industry. So I know what I do, and I know what everybody else does. Well, with ebooks, let's imagine you have a $37 ebook. How much would you have to sell to make $100,000 a year? That's kind of my fun job here of illustrating the math for you, because I never really got this industry and how it all worked until someone showed me the math. Once I understood the math, I thought, oh, I understand the math now. Now I know what to go and do. I get it. So let's say you have a $37 ebook. Well, if you sell 2,700 of those a year, 2,703 a year, you make $100,000 a year. Well, that means over 12 months, you just have to sell 225 a month. So if you sold 225 ebooks a month at $37, you'd have $100,000 by the end of the year. Not bad. What about instructor guides? Instructor guides are something that I really kind of pioneered for our industry in the way in which I create and market them. I have instructor guides that have been in use at U.S. Naval Academy, at the top 30 of 50 U.S. colleges, and seminars and workshops around the world using my stuff and training for my instructor guides. I sell those at $1,500 a pop. Well, gosh, you don't have to sell a lot of things at $1,500 to have a great income. How do you create those? I'm, by the way, going to teach you all of this with Total Product Blueprint, right? And I'm going to show you how do you create them so they're world class. Because, I got to, as I begin in this, I'm so frustrated by our industry, by the people who just say, create junk and throw it up there. No. Create really high quality, world class stuff. Do that because that perpetuates your mission, that perpetuates your message, it perpetuates your personality, it perpetuates your brand. Your business grows when you have great products out there, and it dies when you have bad products out there. So learn to create great ones and learn to market them. I'll say this with Total Product Blueprint. I'm also going to teach you what I call one-thing marketing. Just do this one thing to market this. That's it. I'm not going to tell you about 500 different ways to market an ebook. I'm going to tell you about the one way, as an industry we know for sure is the most effective way to market it today, not 5 years ago. The most effective way to market it today. I'll do that with all these. The most effective way to create world-class products and programs, and the most effective way to market it today. So that's ebooks. That's one way. The second thing we'll talk about is books. I've had a unique fortune here and unique blessings to succeed in so many different ways in the book category that really it's one reason that people say, well, why should I take Total Product Blueprint from you versus studying some other guru out there? Simple answer. Find me one guru who has as much financial success across all of these 12 different product categories and across multiple niches like we have. Find them for me. I'd love to meet them. And in one area that we stand out that very, very few people can, certainly, is in books. I have 3 books out now. Here's a picture of 2 of them. The Millionaire Messenger, as most of you know, that hit #1 New York Times bestseller, #1 USA Today bestseller. And by the way, that was in 10 weeks. Literally from the idea, I had the idea for the book, I wrote it, we got it designed, we got it published, we had it up online, and then we promoted it, and in 10 weeks we were #1. Show me someone who's done that ever. Also show me someone who did that, and then on the back end of that, once the book promotion was done, generated another $1 million in back-end sales in 90 days. That is the level in which I am playing, and I am inviting you to play with me by joining me in Total Product Blueprint. Now, I know that's a little hard, but I got to tell you, look, find me someone who's done some of this stuff. Let's say you learn to sell some books. All right, how's the math work? Well, to make $100,000 selling some books, you have to move 5,000 books a year, basically. Over a period of 12 months, that means basically you got to have about 417 sales a month of your books. I can share with you that is way easier than most people make it to be because they're trying to do a bunch of stuff that doesn't work. And I can share with you that doing that when your book is in multiple languages is even easier. My books are now in, I think we're in 23 languages worldwide now. 23 languages. I'm going to tell you everything I know about books. If you've ever dreamed of doing a book, you got to enroll in Total Product Blueprint because I'm going to teach you, here's how to create a world-class book. Here's how to market a world-class book. Very simple and straightforward. The other way that you can make money is through teleseminars. Right now we're doing a webinar, but a teleseminar is just where you give people a dial-in number. They dial in. You're at home. You're dressed any way you like. I'm wearing sweats right now, for those of you who are wondering. Boxers, not briefs. From there, I have to share with you also, look, any clown can do a teleseminar. You pick up a phone, you talk, you inspire, you make sales, period. Well, you can also charge on the front end of teleseminars. Not many people have figured out that model, and it's so simple. Look, if you have to make $100,000 at the teleseminar, you'd have to, in a year, you'd have to have 2,100 participants, more or less. The numbers are in front of you here on the slides. If you had 2,128 participants, well, that means over 12 months, that means you just need to have 177 people on a phone every single month, and you made $100,000 that year. And yes, that's all net. There's no cost to doing a teleseminar these days. You can do it for free through multiple different services. So you just made $100,000 net just by putting your information through the phone to people. How is that? Or you can also do a free teleseminar model. I'll teach that too, about how you get them onto a call, and then once they're on the call, you serve them with great information, you blow their mind, and then you offer something for sale on one of these other products or programs, and they buy it. How nice is that? Pretty simple and basic, right? Next, you can do audio programs. You know, I'm very bullish about making everybody in the industry do a 5 or 6 disc audio training program because, 1, they're easy to create, 2, they're lucrative, and 3, people love them. Oh, people love to drive in their cars and listen to your voice. It's amazing. By the way, have you ever driven in a car, listened to an audio program, like a motivational tape or a how-to instruction? If you have, my question is, why can't you be that voice for somebody else? So let's say you have a $297 audio program, which is a mid-tier price point. You have $100,000. You want to make $100,000 a year. How many would you have to sell? Well, you'd have to sell 337 that whole year. Divided by 12 months, that means you just got to have 28. You got to sell 28 audio programs a year at $297 to make $100,000. Not bad, ladies and gentlemen. That stuff inspires me. What about webinars? I'll move on a little more quickly here. Webinars, like we're doing right now. Well, I didn't charge for this webinar. It's a free webinar because obviously I'm telling you about my Total Product Blueprint program, and I'm trying to train you at the same time, accomplish 2 ends at once. But if I wanted to charge for this webinar, I would have charged $49. I think that's a great price point for webinars. Well, how many would I have to do to make $100,000? Well, if I did 1 webinar a month and I only had 170 people sign up for it at $49, at the end of 12 months, I would have made $100,000. It's pretty mind-blowing stuff, huh? Well, you also have these other abilities to reach out to people more often through subscription and continuity programs where they pay you every single month for your knowledge. And you can see here on our site, that on this page here, I've got DVD programs, I've got books, ebooks that go out, or newsletters, or online programs where they can learn from me. So essentially what you have is the ability to charge people on a monthly recurring basis for your content, for your knowledge. Make sense? So imagine you have $67 a month a program that you're charging. How many people in there would you have to make $100,000 a year? Well, guess what? If you just have 124 people, listen to this, just 124 people paying you $67 a month, did you know you just made $100,000 that year? See, what's cool about this industry is everyone thinks you got to have, in other industries, in the toothpaste business, you got to sell thousands and tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of those to make any money. In our industry, you only need a couple hundred customers over the course of an entire year, and you're making serious money, double that what the average American is making. That's why I'm so bullish about people learning how to do this. Plus, you're serving people with good information which changes their lives. Many of you know me or have been introduced to me through my speaking career. You know, when you go out and you speak to corporations, colleges, associations, I mastered that industry faster than I think anybody in that space had in a very long time because I learned very specific ways to create speeches but also market my speaking career. Well, let's say you start at the base level, $2,500 a keynote. I typically get now between $25,000 and $50,000 a keynote. I won't leave the house for less than $25,000. But let's say you start at the beginning like most people do in the speaking industry. They start at the $1,500 to $2,500 level. Well, to make $100,000, you just need to do 3 speeches a month, right? Because $100,000 into $2,500, that means you have to do 40 the entire year. 40 the entire year divided by 12 months, that's 3 speeches a month, and you could have a real career as a speaker making $100,000 a year. What about seminars and live events? How does that work? Well, let's say you do a live event, you bring people together. That's an image of us at the last Experts Academy. I've done 13 events in a row that we sold out. I'm one of the few guys who ever figured out how to build a seminar industry, a seminar business this fast. I'd argue the only folks who were out there who built it that fast, who were really truly on their own, were probably Tony at the beginning and then Harv Eker in the last decade. And those guys did it because they were doing great quality information, but they also figured out some marketing that was brilliant. Harv had some great marketing strategies. I have some great marketing strategies. We had 800 people from 47 countries register for our last seminar, full pay in San Francisco. Not bad. So what's the math on that one? Well, let's say you have a seminar ticket and you're going to charge $497 for it. Well, if you sold 202 tickets, just 200 people, that would be $100,000. Well, let's say you plan from today 12 months out to do the seminar, okay? Well, you'd only have to have 17 people sign up each month at $497 to reach $100,000 on the front end of the seminar, meaning before they paid that much. Once they're at the seminar, you might have some other products or continuing education programs that they're interested in that they might buy. What about online courses? Well, online courses are very lucrative. Online courses, obviously, that's what my Total Product Blueprint is, and one of my Experts Academy programs, and one of my other programs, and one of my other programs. They're all online. I like online because just like you are now, you can just be watching it. Your customers can be watching it from home anytime they want. So if it's good content and it's great information, it's worth a lot because they can access it anytime they'd like, right? Well, let's say you build a low price point online course program, and I say $997 online is low because the way I teach you to create products. If you create crap, you can't charge a lot. If you create world class, you charge a lot. You follow? So let's say you charge $997. And by the way, if you're like, I could never charge $997, two things. One, that's about your worth issues, not mine or not the marketplace's. Two, it really has to do with you not knowing how to create a product worth that much, which is one reason you got to enroll in Total Product Blueprint, clearly. But let's say you figure this out. Okay, how much would you have to sell to have $100,000? Just 101. Just 101 would make you $100,000 or more. Obviously, all these numbers have been rounded for those who are going to blast me later on in email. I get it. These are rounded numbers just to hit that $100,000 mark. Well, if you sold just 9 a month, 9 online courses a month at $997, you would make $100,000 a year. And again, that's digital, so it's all net, baby. Next, DVDs. You can ship single DVDs or you can ship big boxes of DVDs to people's houses. Let's say you do a $497 DVD home study course. Well, if you sold 200 of those a year, which is just 17 a month, you'd make $100,000. I mean, come on. Can you sell 17 a month, ladies and gentlemen? Right? If you don't think you can sell 17 a month, then by God, stop the webinar now and go to totalproductblueprint.com and sign up. totalproductblueprint.com/live. Because if you don't think you can sell 17 a month, that just means you've never had any exposure to the industry at all, which is fine. Let me show you how to do it. But my real goal, by the way, isn't to teach you how to make $100,000 in these areas. I'm going to teach you the same strategies I use to make $1 million or more in each of these areas. How's that for sizing? Next, coaching and consulting. You being a problem solver. You being able to pick up the phone and work with people one-on-one or as groups. Well, how do you do that? I've always shared that one of the best parts about my business when I began was how I coached so many people one-on-one to change their lives. But for me personally, at some point that became very overwhelming because so many people wanted in. So I just kept charging my prices higher and higher and higher, but they kept paying because they were getting results. But the issue was it wiped me out. I was at the brunt of the call and the calendar. And so I needed to learn some new innovative models for how I could serve more people, but still at a higher price point. And so I started following a lot of other folks' work to figure out how they were doing it, and I engineered my own. Now we have multiple coaching programs, but let's say you create a coaching program, and you charge $2,000 a month for that coaching program. And now I know people go, oh my God, $2,000 a month, that's crazy. Okay, fine. Okay, charge $2,000 for the whole year, but I'd rather have you charge $2,000 for the month because it's your time, your experience, your effort. Okay, over 12 months, that means you just need 4 people. Okay, you need to coach 4 people a month at $2,000 to be able to make $100 at the end of the year. See, again, this industry isn't as overwhelming as most people think. When you learn to create highly valuable, highly lucrative products and programs, then by gosh, once you learn how to create those and you know how to market those, you don't have to have thousands of customers and clients. You just need to have a couple, and you can make it serious money. Same applies for mastermind programs. You know, mastermind programs, shoot. You know, we have multiple mastermind programs, but our $10,000 program, my Empire Group Mastermind, that's my favorite. And a mastermind versus coaching is different because mastermind means you just get together live and you facilitate the group in sharing their connections, their strategies, their issues, their needs with each other. And you charge the group for that. So it's really not about you being the guru. It's about you being the facilitator. I really like that model. I think if I'm a good speaker and a good trainer, I'm even a better facilitator. I love it, love it, love it, love it. But let's say you have a $5,000 mastermind. By the way, I charge twice and 5 times that now. But to give you the idea, if you had 20 people sign up for that over the course of the year, you make $100,000. Meaning you just need to get 2 people a month to sign up for your mastermind program and at $5,000. And at the end of this year, you would have made $100,000. You see that 2 sales a month? I mean, when you start looking at these numbers, that's why our industry is so compelling and why it's so exciting of a time to be doing this, because the technology has allowed us. Now, I know as I share all that, lots of people say, well, sure, Brendon, you can charge that much money. Sure, Brendon, you could have done all this, as if I'm some special guy or something. Here's the reality. I'm just a kid who grew up in a pretty tough Irish mining town, who had 2 parents who worked their butts off and taught me about work ethic. They taught me about making a difference. They taught me to love my family. They taught me the value of being a good citizen. They taught me what it meant to live a good life, even though we didn't have, quote unquote, the good life financially. But they taught me enough to know that someday I'd make a difference. And I believed in it. And I decided I was going to go for it. You know, I grew up in an area, I was lucky. People say, well, sure, you can do it because you're lucky. You know what? I am lucky. I had amazing parents, all right? We didn't have much, but we had total abundance of love. And so, yes, I'm very, very, very blessed for that. And I appreciate that. And that's why I love good parents. I mean, if you're a parent, I honor you and I respect you and do a good job with those kids. My dad basically had the same thing to tell us all the time. He said, be yourself, be honest, do your best, take care of your family, treat people with respect, be a good citizen, follow your dreams. That's why I get to do what I get to do, because I just believed that one day I could follow my dream and get my message out there. And so there's the picture of me now. I guess the famous picture of me, a couple 100,000 people have seen it out there, is that's where I began, just like you. You're in front of a computer right now. You got a phone right now. That's all I had. I had a computer and a phone. This picture, if I remember right, is 2006 or 7, late 06, early 07. I had to move in with my girlfriend, now my wife, and we were struggling. There wasn't any room for a big desk, so I had to borrow my mom's 3-legged fold-out sewing room table. And I had my laptop, I had a dream, and I had a commitment for helping people. And I put that commitment and that dream in front of people online through my products and programs, and have now built this huge empire. Starting from there, I released a book called Life's Golden Ticket. And all it is just a story. It's a story about a guy who undergoes a dramatic transformation and realizes that we all have second chances to make a greater difference in the world. And I took that story and I built all these products and programs, or many of them, that I'm telling you about now. Now, you don't have to build all these products and programs I've been telling you about, but it's good to have the menu, right? And then as I built more and more, my name grew more and more, and I got to serve more and more people, and I generate more and more wealth, and more people heard about me because I had all these disciples out there who were my products and my customers, and these people sharing the message about there. And then I got to close the loop and meet one of my mentors and heroes, Tony Robbins. And then a great changing day, and just a hallmark of my life that I'll always remember is two times, I guess. One was when Tony was backstage at my event, Experts Academy, and the other one when I was on his stage at Unleash the Power Within, and we just rocked out the Meadowlands together. I think there were like 3,000 people there, and I got to be at Tony's event, and that was like, wow, I made it. No, because he's been my hero, still is my hero and my friend in so many ways. But doing this allows you to, I mean, the life that opens up for you, you cannot imagine. I've met the most amazing people because of the abundance this has created. There's a picture of myself and Bill Clinton. There's a picture of my client and friend, Paula Abdul. There's a picture of Sir Richard Branson that I got to hang out and learn from. There's, all these people that I've gotten to work with and do good business with and be on stages with. And I share all of that to you not to brag. One reason I do it is to share what's possible. Another reason is because what's weird? You never know who you're buying from these days online, right? You're like, who are these people? I'm guessing if you know that I've done stuff in the past with Tony and you see pictures with me and Bill Clinton and Paul Abdul and Sir Richard Branson and, I've been on the stage with all these other folks, you kind of get the fact, okay, the kid's for real. As young as I am, and I accept that, I'll look like I'm 19 forever because my mother, who's just a gorgeous, gorgeous woman, she's French Vietnamese, and Mom has, she's 63 this year. She looks like she's 29. So I'm sure I'll look like I'm 9 forever. I still get carded. But I'll tell you, hopefully by sharing a little bit about myself and sharing some pictures, that you go, okay, this guy's for real. Because I think that's important these days. I think you've got to do that in your marketing too, because online there's less and less trust, so you've got to generate that more and more. But let's get back to the results, and let me share how you can do this too. Okay? Let me share some results that I've had personally, because I want you to see a progression of build. But I also want you to see that I am, again, for real at this, and I probably have a different perspective of being able to teach it that you won't be able to find out the marketplace compared to how I can teach. When I began, in my first 24 months, I made $4.6 million. Now, when I say I began, what I mean is I committed. I said, this is my new life. This is my new career. I am going to inspire and instruct other people on how to improve their lives and grow their businesses. When I made that decision, from that day that I committed to it to 24 months later, I made $4.6 million. How did I do it? Products and programs up online that people could buy, period. Whether it was signing up for my seminar or my coaching program, or it was signing up for my ebook or books, or it was my teleseminars and webinars. It was a culmination of many of these. The truth is I kind of started with just 3 of them, which we'll talk about later. Then I did a product launch last year, many of you saw, for Experts Academy. That did $1.8 million. And by the way, that's in 15 days. In November of last year, my record was $2.6 million. It took me 6 weeks, well, actually, officially 10 weeks if you count the publication that I had no control over, but let's say 6 weeks of what I had control over to hit New York Times just in March 2011. But here's what's impressive, that I don't just teach one thing. I teach about how to build a real business, because I can teach you to hit, how do you hit the New York Times bestseller list. That's fun. What's more impressive is to teach you how to monetize all that attention coming into you, right? When you get all that attention, well, I made $1 million in the back end of that promotion in 90 days. I mean, that, and by the way, I did it with 3 websites. That's it. I'm sorry, 3 web pages, which we'll talk about in a while. So it wasn't some big fancy technological marvel as most people think. I made $1 million in 26 hours this month, and my videos have been viewed 1 million times, and I have the lowest refund rates in the history. Why do I share that? Well, one, to say explicitly to you, I know what I'm doing. I am currently doing it, and I'm doing it in all of these different products and programs. Now, again, you may choose you only want to, maybe you might just be like, man, Brendon, I just want to start with the ebook, dude. Cool, start there. But the power of Total Product Blueprint is it's going to teach you how to do this across all 12, so that whether you do 1 now or 12 now, that you know the menu of possibility and you know exactly what to do. So you might say, great, Brendon, so what do I need to know about product creation and online marketing? So I'd like to share with you, as I promised with this, my 5 biggest secrets that I think will truly serve you, that not only served me, but have really served my clients. And I'm passionate about people succeeding. It's why when you sign up for Total Product Blueprint, and the website's there at the bottom, totalproductblueprint.com/live, you got to watch a little bit of the video. The add to cart button doesn't pop up for almost 15 or 20 minutes. And by the way, the reason I do that is because I want people to know what they're buying. I don't like this, freak people out into a frenzy thing and they don't know what they're getting. I make you watch my videos because I want you to know what you're getting. I think there's something that I know it's a little old school mentality, but that's the way I was raised. You don't freak people out into doing something. You serve them. You help them. And you're always honest and you're always clear. And that's why I make you watch the video so you know what you're going to get before you sign up. I know not everyone loves that, but it's worth your time to know what you're going to get because this is a serious investment in your future. I want you to be clear. So totalproductblueprint.com/live. Again, we close in 24 hours. Well, a little over that now. We close tomorrow at midnight Pacific Standard Time. So please make sure you go there, you check it out, you listen to it. I'd love to show you how I got all my results, but more importantly, how you can go out and now go get your own results, whatever level they are, whether you want to achieve a certain financial amount or you just want to reach so many people. There's 12 products and programs that you can create, and I'm one of the few people in the industry who's ever created all of them, is creating all of them, is monetizing all of them, is actively marketing all of them, and just as importantly, I think just doing it because it's for the right reason. I don't need to do these programs anymore. My mission is to share my voice with the world and help other people share their own. I think I can help you do this. So how would I do that? Let's get into what I think are the big success principles, the big 5 secrets that I've learned in how to market my products and programs. Okay? First, and this is really important, I think this might really serve you in thinking about. Okay? Take this seriously. And finally, schedule some block time to create this. Does that make sense? Take this seriously and finally schedule some block time to create your products and programs. Look, if you don't have the amount of wealth that you want in this industry, guess what it is? It's about you not having products and programs up yet that people can buy, or it's not about you getting enough people, right, to those websites to buy it. That's what it comes down to. You got to create it. You got to market it. Is this cool? You know, a lot of people, they just don't understand the value of what I call block time. Block time means you're serious about this. So what you do is you say, okay, I'm going to block out this amount of time, and nothing can disturb me in that amount of time. I'm going to block out these 3 hours every single day to create. Nothing else can happen. I do not check email during that time. I do not respond to my voicemail because guess what? There are no emergencies in the world except health emergencies. The rest, you know, are falsely created by people trying to get on your agenda, right? I think, well, okay, so there are health issues and there are world issues, and sure, I know I don't want to be facetious here or flippant, but most emergencies are not emergencies. There are other people's deadlines coming due. That's what it really is. So I want you to take a block time. I want you to create products and programs. I will challenge people in the Total Product Blueprint program to create their products and programs in 30, 60, or 90 days, flat, tops out, no longer than that, period. Why? Because it doesn't take that long. Look, I wrote a book in a week. People are like, how did you do that? And right, I should preface that. I've written books in the past. Millionaire Messenger took me, I think that one was 16 days. Now, that was block time, meaning I did nothing during those 6 days, or 16 days. I didn't really, I didn't go out of the house. I ate, I worked out, I wrote, I slept, period. That was it. It's hard to block time, right? It is. But isn't it worth it? Because if you don't create something, you got nothing for sale. You got to create world-class products and programs. I wanted to teach you to create world-class. I'm not interested in creating, I'm not going to teach you to create cheap, dirty, fast, quick little stuff. If you want that, go to some marketer. I'm not a marketer. I'm a trainer first. I'm a student second. I am a teacher always. I'm a servant always. My job is to teach you, how would you create a product that's so good that people listen to it over and over and over again and they tell their friends to go buy it? Because guess what? The best way to market your products is to create great products. Then they self-perpetuate. You know, that notion has been lost in the online marketing world in the last couple of years. But if you create something awesome, they come, and they come, and they come for your work over and over and over again. So number one, take this seriously and finally schedule block time to create. Number two, create for customer outcomes only. Changed my life. You're not creating, and I learned this in adult learning theory back in my consulting days. You're not creating to be self-congratulating. You're not creating to share just your unique thing. You're creating with an end in mind, right? You're creating with a goal to have the consumer accomplish something, for them to move from point A to point B. Now, once you realize that, oh, okay, my job is moving from point A to point B. What would be the steps between point A and point B? The big buckets, the big chunks of things they would have to do to get there? Okay, these are them? Great. Now I'd have to bust them down, bullet, 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 to teach and train it. And that level of thinking is what makes you create frameworks, and that's what makes your content valuable and world-class. By having world-class frameworks that lead people to accomplish and achieve more or be more. Even if you're in the spirituality world, you've got to break down a process for them to find their enlightenment, not just talking about the wonders of being enlightened. No. We got to make you a trainer. Because if you're a trainer, people will pay the higher dollar amounts for your products. See, people will pay way more money to learn from the practitioner than they will from the philosopher. $1,000,000 distinction for you. Next, what else? Well, gosh, I got to tell you, this is important. You got to create one low-tier and one high-tier product when you start out, meaning create a low-price product and one high-price product. When you start out, at least try to start by creating two. That way, if someone buys your first one at a low price, you can upsell them to the next one at the high price so they can continue their education. And by the way, this isn't about you just making more money and upselling like a lot of people teach. This is about you serving your customer more. They want to know how to go further and deeper with you, right? A lot of people ask me all the time, Brendon, do you do one-on-one coaching? Can I work with you one-on-one? I go, yes, eventually. But first you got to go through my products and programs. You got to come through my online programs. You got to attend my live events. And then in my live events, you can hear about how I can work with you on a one-on-one level, but not until then. Because I want you to progress so that when you do work with me one-on-one, you already know what you need to know to make us go faster. Because I don't want to spend my time teaching you one-on-one what I could have taught you in an online program. Make sense? So for others, what I recommend is you create one low-tier price point, whether it's an ebook, book, audio program, one single DVD, one video course up online, whatever, and then a higher price one. Those are the two building blocks. I began basically that way, right? I didn't have anything other than really my seminars. And I would try to get someone to buy a teleseminar or to come to a seminar if I was charging for either free or low price, and then I try to upsell them to my seminars. That's kind of how I began. But you got to have two things, basically, that should make sense. But what's the first word? Create! Creators, you got to create. You cannot make money without creation. There's no cash without contribution and creation first. Next, I'll go a little faster here. You got to market your brand and products with a simple 7-page value campaign. What the heck does that mean? Well, if you've seen some of my videos on Total Product Blueprint, or you've been a member of mine, I've become a little bit famous for breaking this online marketing thing down to making it simple. All of your marketing can basically be accomplished with 7 web pages. You got a lead capture page, which is sometimes called an opt-in page, or in some of my models called a homepage ATM, where they just go and they learn about you, they learn about your information, you make the promise of what you deliver once they enter your name and email. They enter their name and email, and you deliver that promise, a video, a course, something for free. And then I want you to send them 2 more of those. 2 more free value pieces. So opt-in is page 1. Page 2 is the value they you deliver once they opted in. The next page they're going to get a couple days later is another value, something just more training for free. Then you'll do another one. That's the 4th one. That's more training. Then the 5th thing you'll send out, the 5th web page you'll drive them to, that's the sales video or the sales page. The 6th thing is they'll check out. They'll enter their credit card and information. And the 7th thing, you'll say thank you. Okay? It's so much easier than most people think. However, what goes into the 7-page value campaign is different for each product. See, the value you need to understand about Total Product Blueprint, and why you need to sign up for this is because I'm going to teach you the differences between each of these products and programs. See, the way you create and market an ebook is different than the way you create and you market even a book or a teleseminar or a webinar or an online course or a coaching program. They're different. And don't worry, it's not overwhelming. You just need to know the final sort of distinctions that makes each unique, thus making it valuable to your customer. You know, once you've created it and you put it online basically, now your job is to just drive traffic with new content and promotional partners. And then this is your new life, which is fun, right? See, notice, by the way, your new life isn't driving traffic. Your new life is generating the new content and promotional partners that drive the traffic. See, drive traffic with new content. And so your new job creator is what you were born to do anyway. Create something. Create it. And then put it out there the best of your ability, but you can only market to a certain level by yourself. Then you got to go get promotional partners to help you promote it even further so you can make more money and, yes, have a greater reach. And that is why I give away my $3,000 promotional partnership training course. I give that away to you for free as a bonus when you sign up for Total Product Blueprint. Look, success is easy in any field. It's always basically the same, right? We've known it since day one in personal growth and high achievement. Set a goal, make a plan, get to work, stick to it, reach your goal, right? Adjust along the way. I mean, come on. This doesn't have to be that complicated. Everybody's so good at making it complicated because it's lucrative to make it complicated. But you know what? It's better service to make it easy. And my job to you is to tell you what are the 12 most lucrative products and programs, how do you create them, and how do you market them, and what's the simple ways to do that that does not require tons of crazy investment or running around for years. Let's just get this thing figured out because it's your time. And I really believe more than anything that, you know what, these days time is money. So I don't want you to waste, any more of your time trying to figure this stuff out on your own. Let's show you how to start right now and actually get paid for your advice and information now through your products and programs. The way that I do that is through my Total Product Blueprint program. So this program, what's it all about? Well, it's 6 modules, and it's a deep dive online training program. It's very tactical on how do you create information products and programs based on what you know or information you could go get, and how do you market them strategically and effectively to generate recurring revenue while building an enduring brand. And please notice the word enduring. I am not after you. If you're that, just quick, get rich quick, schemy kind of guy or gal, this isn't for you, and I doubt you'd be with me still at this point, because if you've been listening to my message, you've heard behind everything that there's meaning. There's a reason I'm doing this. There's a reason you're doing this, and it's bigger than you and I. We're doing this because it's serving the world. You're doing this because you want to make a difference, and I want you to be here 10 years from now still making a difference online with your products and programs. I want people to still be buying your book 10 years from now. I still want people to be going to see you at your seminars, to buying your coaching programs. I want you to be here from 10 years from now. So I share that with you because I'm going to teach you to create products and programs at that level, right, to really create world-class products and programs. It doesn't necessarily take any longer. It just has to be done smarter, right, more intelligent, more strategic. And if you know anyone, if you ever met anyone who's intelligent and strategic about this industry, everyone will tell you that I'm that guy in this industry, because I decided to go and get under the hoods of all the guys who've been doing this and really study what are the best practices and synthesize that so I could do it and succeed. So I made $4.6 million doing that. And then to teach my clients how they could do it too. Because once I'd achieved my own wealth doing it, so many people said, well, how do you do this? And I just tell them. But then I realized they needed training, and it was going to take more time, more effort on my part to simplify it for them. So I want to shorten your learning curve on how to do all this. The course provides lots of samples, outlines, scripts, examples. The website you can go to at any time is totalproductblueprint.com/live. I do make sure you watch the video because the add to cart button doesn't show up right away. The reason I do that is I am one of the few people who desperately wants you to know what you're getting, right? I love that we have the lowest refund rate in the industry, period. Why? Because people know what they get with me, and I over-deliver. And in this program, I'll do the same. Tactically and specifically, here's what we'll be covering in all of your modules. Okay, we're going to cover 6 different modules, and in covering those 6 modules, we're going to cover for you these different creation and marketing tools. So we're going to teach you how do you create and market ebooks and books in Module 1. In Module 2, I'm going to teach you about teleseminars and audio programs. In Module 3, webinars and continuity. Module 4, speeches and seminars. Module 5, online courses, DVD home study courses. Module 6, coaching and consulting. Now here's the deal. Don't get overwhelmed by all that, because I'm going to teach you how to create each of those easily. I'm going to teach you how to create them and market them in turnkey ways, and I'm going to teach you them all now. Whether or not you might be just like, Brendon, I only want to do seminars right now. Cool. We'll get to that, and we'll cover that. But I really believe if you can see the menu of possibilities available to you, and you know where the money comes from and how it works, then you'll really succeed. I'm throwing in a couple bonuses. I'll tell you about those now, so you don't have to watch that whole video if you don't feel like it. But a couple of bonuses I'll throw in for you. The first thing is my 5-week famous Marketing Mastery online training. Look, you need to learn better marketing to get your message out there, and you need to learn how to be a better trainer. I'll teach you how to do that. This Marketing Mastery for Experts, the online training, will be released to you after you've been with us for 30 days, because I have a 30-day money-back guarantee. But if you stick with me after 30 days, I know you're serious, so I'm going to give you even more products and programs, starting with Marketing Mastery for Experts, where we'll teach you in specific categories how to do world-class marketing at a broad level and tactical level. This program is valued at $5,000. I've never launched it or released it. It's only been for my high-end clients, and I will tell you what, it will blow your mind. That program, I would swear to anybody, is worth the program by itself. The second thing that I didn't announce in the video you'll see at totalproductblueprint.com/live is that in your members area right now, today, when you sign up, you'll go in there and you're going to get a $10,000 marketing strategy planning session. What do I mean? Well, I did a famous event. It cost $10,000 to attend it. And I taught a session in there about marketing strategy. Well, that video is up now online in your members area. So when you sign up, you go in there and boom, you're going to get an education on marketing strategy better than anyone's ever provided in this industry to you, period. I know, that sounded really big. I only say it because that's what people are already saying in the members area. People are already saying this one thing is worth their entire tuition to Total Product Blueprint. So that is unbelievable. I hadn't announced that in the video, so that's up there for you. So where are we at? What's the deal on all this? Well, first, I should share, I made $4.6 million doing this. Clients pay me $25,000 a year. The world's leading gurus, literally the top guys in the industry, they call me for advice, and they usually spend about $50,000 to spend the day or half day with me now. People pay $5,000 to attend my seminar, so Total Product Blueprint, when we originally thought about rolling it out as a team, we were going to charge $5,000. But clearly, we're here. It's a sale. You're on the webinar. We want you to sign up. So we want to serve you. We want to take care of you. We want to get you going now so you can get into this program today for $1997. That's one payment of $1997, or just 4 payments of $597. So the most common question is, can we pay multiple payments? Answer, yes. And the answer is, more importantly, is this is risk-free. So you have 30 days. It's 100% satisfaction money-back guarantee. If you don't love and value this program and training, just tell me within 30 days. You can reply to any of my emails, and we'll refund all of your money. No risk, no harm, no hassles, no hard feelings. And let me go beyond that. If you've been with me and you've studied my work before, you know how famous this guarantee is, and here it is again for Total Product Blueprint. If you go through this course, if in 30 days you can't already say to me, Brendon, this is the best training I have ever got on creating and marketing products in this industry, period, from any guru ever, then I will refund your money. So that level. If you're not totally in belief that this is the best training you've ever got in the industry, ever, from any guru, on creating and promoting your most lucrative information products and programs, let me know. End of 30 days, money back. That's a beyond satisfaction. That means it's awesome. So we got a couple things you need to know. One, deadline is tomorrow at midnight. Please sign up today. Get it done. Get in there. Start taking your training. It's worth it. And if I get a certain number tomorrow afternoon, I'll shut it down. I haven't announced that yet. You'll see that in the email coming up. Just go sign up. Second, here's a recap of the bonuses, and then I'll tell you a special bonus you get because you stuck with me on the webinar, and I honor you that. Remember, you get a 5-week Marketing Mastery online training worth $5,000. That bonus is incredible. The second thing you get right now is the $10,000 marketing strategy session. Again, you just go to totalproductblueprint.com/live, and you can sign up. You also get a bonus that we threw in called Product Inventor's Blueprint. This is genius. You know, when I decided to call it Total Product Blueprint, people were a lot of people said, well, does it just have to be how-to information advice stuff? In other words, information marketing. And I thought, well, yeah, that's all I do, but it just happens to be I'm best friends with the world's #1 coach and trainer on how to do inventions, create real products that would be manufactured or licensed to go on store shelves. So he's a great friend of mine, and he has a $1,000 program he hasn't released on that is sick. It's so good. So I begged him, I'm like, can I put that in mine? I mean, a lot of people, everyone I've ever met says, I got an idea, Brendon. So I love to help them get that message out. You get that product for free. You get his training for free, again, when you sign up for totalproductblueprint.com/live. When you sign up there, you'll get this program, again, after you've been with us for at least 30 days. I also have put in that promotional partnership crash course where I teach you how do you get other people, other JVs, affiliates, other organizations like nonprofits, corporations, the media, to promote your work. Well, that's an unreleased program. It's valued, the online course has been valued at $29.97, but I'm also going to give you the free live ticket to that event coming up. I haven't announced it. This is just for you on the webinar, okay? So Promotional Partnership Crash Course, we have a live event coming up. We're going to give you the free ticket to it. Don't worry. If you can't make the live event, no worries, because it's all online anyway. We'll put the online promotional crash courses there. But if you want to come to the live training, which is 3 days of deeper dive stuff, then you get that too. Here's the other cool thing about this program. You're going to get access to 12-month Ask Anything form with me. It's for the first 500 people who sign up from this webinar right now. So that means you should sign up, okay? Now, the Ask Anything forum is, there's 2 unique things. Now, everybody gets the Ask Anything forum, by the way. Everyone gets that in the program. All people get that. That's where I review and respond to any questions you have for an entire year. There's an online forum in our members area, okay? Everybody who enrolls in Total Product Blueprint gets access to me, not my team, my trainers, me personally through this forum. You can post any question you have in there as you're creating or marketing your programs, and every week I go in there and I'll answer your questions. Now, cool things there. 1, it's me answering your questions. And 2, you know, I didn't need to do this to motivate the sale. I did this because I know you'll have questions. You know, when I began, I had so many questions, but there was no one to answer my questions, and it was so frustrating. And I was so frustrated all the time because no one would just tell me what's up. So if you have any questions, you can always ask me, and I'll answer it. I go in there every week. And then here's the extra thing. Now, it's amazing how many of you have stayed with us for this end. I'm not going to announce this through any emails, through anybody. Only the people who sign up from this webinar today will get this next thing. Okay? Only the people who sign up today from right now. I know when we started the webinar until midnight tonight, I can tell when we started the webinar and who signed up today. And those people who do sign up, I'm going to give you something that will blow your mind. And what I'm going to give you is I'm going to give you also a free ticket to my Experts Academy live event. Now, if you didn't know, Experts Academy is a $5,000 live event ticket. The only way that people can actually even attend that anymore is they've got to start through our online programs. The online program for that ticket is $2,000. All right? So that's a ticket that you get to come to our live Experts Academy event. Now, it's not transferable to any of our other live events. It's just for our fall event this year. It's in September, or the dates will be mailed to you once you sign up, okay? Only for those who sign up today. You'll be getting confirmation for that later this week after we close and we verify everybody who came from this webinar. So all you got to do is go to totalproductblueprint.com/live. If you sign up between now and midnight tonight, then you will get a free ticket to Experts Academy. That's basically my 2 best programs ever offered anywhere, okay? And you're the only ones hearing this because I'm not issuing a big replay for this webinar. It's done, right? We're finished right now, okay? So go to totalproductblueprint.com/live, and you also get that. Now, a couple more things. Recapping this. What are you going to learn in Total Product Blueprint? Module 1 through 6, you can see on your screen there. I'm going to teach you how to create and market highly lucrative products and programs. Let me be very clear of what you're getting with this program, okay? I've made over $10 million doing this. The best guys in the industry count on me for advice because what I'm doing now works now. And I want to share with you everything I know around these 12 products. And I'm going to do it by telling you to do just one thing. Create it and market it. I'll tell you one marketing campaign to run. I want to be clear on that. One campaign. If you're like, Brendon, you only taught me one ebook campaign here. Yes, that is the world's best, most effective current marketing strategy for that ebook. Really? You're upset you don't get more? What else are you going to go around and do? No, do that one, okay? My job is to simplify it for you because I know how hard and overwhelming it can be if somebody isn't just painting the picture for you. Also, I'm going to teach you to create world-class stuff, okay? So I'm going to teach you to create and market. That's the whole focus of this program, these 12 lucrative products. Again, what's important to know. 1, this deadline for the entire program expires tomorrow at midnight, and we expire until 2012, okay? No, the public will not have access to it. The general public will not have access. Only my private high-end clients will be able to get access to this. So it's closed to the general public starting tomorrow at midnight until next year. So if you have it in your mind in the next 12 months at all to even think about creating a product, let me tell you the saying we have in Montana. The time to have the map is before you enter the woods. So before you jump into this industry or before you slog through more years in this industry at the same level, let me show you how to really amplify it by showing you how to create the most contemporary world-class products and programs and how to market them strategically and intelligently online so that you generate revenue for yourself on an ongoing basis and you perpetuate your message in a bigger way. I hope this webinar has served you. I'm going to end it officially, and then I'm going to go in the chat room and answer a bunch of questions here for a little bit. So let me first end this officially. Thank you for your time today. You know, I honor the fact that you've got something you want to share with the world. Now all you got to do is put it in the products and programs that the world can get from you so that you can share it and that you can make money with it. Total Product Blueprint is the world's best training on how to create and promote the 12 most lucrative information products and programs. Go to totalproductblueprint.com/live. Get over the $30,000 of bonuses I told you about. Watch the video so you know what you're going to get. Sign up today. If you do, I'll give you that free ticket to our live Experts Academy event. Until I see you on the other side, go out there. Make a difference. You know what? Create these products. Market them. And while you do that, live fully, love openly, and make a difference today. Thanks, everybody. Okay, that was like the official ending. Now this is like the behind the scenes after the show. We're going to cover, I'm going to buzz through your web chat real quick. I'm going to go in there. If you have any questions, go ahead and post. I know we've got a lot, so I'm going to go in and bang through the common themes that we've been grabbing here. Okay, here we go. Buzz down. Okay, I am currently not getting the conversions I want on my page. Will your program teach me how to get better conversions? Yes. It's all about you having better marketing to get better conversions. Does this include traffic generation strategies? Yes. That's what all of my marketing I call self-perpetuating traffic marketing, meaning because you're adding so much value out there, it's generating the traffic. But yes, we'll also talk about general ideas about getting traffic to your websites. I will not be teaching super technical stuff of SEO. I'm not going to teach you about AdWords. I'm not going to teach you about the super advanced traffic stuff. For that, go take someone's traffic course. My job is to teach you the advanced content creation and marketing strategies for the specific programs. Okay? So I will teach you how to get traffic, yes, to your web page. I'm not going to teach you go on and on and on about super technical stuff because most people don't need that. Plus, nowadays, thank God it's turnkey. I mean, if you post a great video on Traffic Geyser or on YouTube and it goes viral, we just need to make sure it links back to you. Okay? We sell what can we do to improve conversions? You've got to absolutely create better rapport with them leading up to it, and your call to action in your sales videos must be better. This is great. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Nice stuff. Good, good, good. Yes, all the products yes, are all the products shown? What they get is it in the video? Yes, it is. Absolutely. I need to make multiple payments. Can I do that? Yes. How is this different than other people's product creation stuff? Well, frankly, no one's created as many products as I have over the span of multiple niches as I have at the dollar level I have. So I think it's just a perspective thing. I think everybody's got great things to teach. You just got to choose who you're going to go with. My choosing to go with me is very simple. One, I get results for myself and my customers. Two, I care about my customers whether they get it. Three, I'm one of the only gurus I've ever met, if you can use that word to describe myself, that gives you access to me for 12 months to ask any question you have. I think that alone makes me stand out. And then four, my guarantee says, look, if you think someone else's program is better than mine, ask for your money back. I'm happy to give it back to you. Do you talk about social networking? Yes, we do. Do you talk about the tools and what is this? Do you talk about Kajabi and the other platforms? Yes, we do. We are partners in our business. Can one of us sign up and both of us access it? No, each person must have a unique username and password. My wife will kill me if I do this, but it's so BS. So it's so different than all the BS stuff. Thank you, Peter. I hope you enjoy the program. I look forward to seeing you in there. Will the program work for non-U.S. people? Yes, absolutely. Will it work with software in local languages? Yes, because everything I'm going to teach you is platform-based that is free mostly and available to the world, like WordPress, right? Will it work for non-U.S. people? Yes, because marketing is marketing, and the only thing that differences between the U.S. and other countries in terms of product creation and marketing is typically style and price point, which we'll talk about in the course. I'm worried about getting enough customers in a small country. Should I still try it? Well, I hope you saw that you don't have to make thousands of sales to do really good here. You can have literally hundreds of sales a year and make some serious money. If I had Experts Academy, do I need this also? My answer there would be yes. Why? Because I really think of Experts Academy is the master's degree in succeeding in this business. We teach very tactical stuff for authors, speakers, coaches, seminar leaders, online marketers. But there's only so much I can teach in that program. That's 20 DVDs and a 4-day course. That's a big course. Total Product Blueprint is going to be much more narrowed and specific. Think of it like a PhD in product creation. So it's very focused just towards creating 12 things. And I can go into more of the technology and showing the screencasts and giving the outlines and spending the level at that detailed level than I can at Experts Academy because I only have 4 days there and only so much people can consume online. So these are great complementary programs. I mean, really great complementary programs. I mean, I will share with you that I think Experts Academy is, like I said, that's the master's degree. This is the more specified PhD program. So I hope that serves you. I know I'm still a little bit over time. I'm really excited to see you on the other side. to serve you with this message. Again, Total Product Blueprint, it is, it's the sharing of the perspective that I've gathered in this in a step-by-step plan that you can put into place for each product. If you've ever thought of creating any of these products and programs at any level in which you get recurring revenue and you truly make a difference with it, I think I can serve you with it. I look forward to doing that. Until I see you on the other side, again, go out, sign up at totalproductblueprint.com/live and live fully every single day. It's a blessing that you've been here with me today. I count it as a blessing in my life. I appreciate it. I hope I've helped you and served you in getting your own message out there, even just with the free content here. I'd like to do it at another level with you through Total Product Blueprint. Until I see your own message, your own products, your own programs out there online or on the road, go out, live fully, love openly, and make a difference today.
Ladies and gentlemen, this does conclude the conference call for today. We thank you all for your participation and kindly ask that you please disconnect your lines. Have a great day, everyone.